All right, here we are.
Yeah.
NCAA action tonight as the Michigan Wolverines take on the Georgia Bulldogs. This is do or die, single elimination playoff games here. NCAA players competing for that top overall draft pick now. It's crunch time. A lot of these guys are declaring for next year's draft, so this is their one opportunity at a chip. You're going to see a lot of people fight real hard for this win. Trey Wright back to Keshawn Williams. 3, that's good! Williams with such a smooth stroke. Here comes Michigan. Alongside me on commentary tonight, I have Bean from, the Bean Shep podcast, and I have Lion.
Great to be here.
It's great to be here, too.
Here comes Keshawn Williams again, matched up on Jeffrey John. Keshawn Williams gets by John, easy layup.
Keshawn Williams coming into this with a game plan.
Chief, this is the first official round. Technically, we simulated the first round because we had games against non-user teams. So everybody advanced through the first round. This is the second round. All user teams still in the playoffs. As we still have step out of bounds.
We still have Michigan State versus Gonzaga and UCLA versus Ohio on our plate, and the number 1 seed Florida Gators have another bye week essentially by playing the AIA Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah, we'll make sure that that's a bye week.
The winner of this game faces Florida in the semifinals.
Woohoo! Come on, Michigan. Jeffrey John drops down to Puggleson, over to Vic Kelly. Jay Blinko with the rebound and the putback.
Vic Kelly, not a very good shooter, but Jay Blinko is really smart to get in there for that one.
Jay
wasn't going in
Blinko,
as soon as he shot it.
Jay Blinko, the favorite for the number 1 overall pick, fighting in this game, trying to prove something. Puggleson with the board. Here comes Jeffrey John. Kicks it forward. Jay Blinko goes up strong. Hershey Allen's strong defense. That's a shooting guard that just defended a power forward that well. Transition 3 for Hershey.
There's your defensive player of the year.
Can you believe the defensive player of the year can shoot like that? Transition running 3. That is just insane to me.
So many phenomenal prospects going into this draft.
So here comes Jeffrey John, who gets stripped by Keshawn Williams. Williams up. Hershey slams it down. Sorry to say this, Blaze, but I don't think there's any chance Hershey's fallen to you. Would you guys agree? I think Hershey Allen is a top 3 pick easy.
Agreed.
Bean mid-range. That's good. Quick shot by Bean Shep.
Bean doing what Bean does.
Here comes Keshawn Williams. Williams good today so far. Jeffrey John, though, strips it from him. Here comes John, leading defensive player of the year all season up till the end. Vic Kelly in the corner, setting some screens. Bean Shep coming around, open 3, shoots it. That's good. Bang!
Bean again.
Bean Shep on the board for 3.
That's 5.
Michigan right back in it.
That's 5 total, but that was 3 points just now, little buddy. Here comes Sean Self.
He might not do math, but he can shoot.
Sean Self with a great move to get that easy floater to go.
If you watch the podcast,
he didn't come to play no school.
I do agree with that, Sika. I mean, I don't know if Jay is the guaranteed first overall pick, especially with how Hershey's looked so far tonight. Puggleson, rebound, put back, left-handed hook, that's good.
the lefty.
Remember, Scott Puggleson is returning next year. Everybody else for Michigan is gone. Next year they have probably the number 1 NCAA prospect coming out of high school, Jacob McCall, entering the NCAA. McCall will look to guide Puggleson to a chip next season.
Oh, I took it!
As Bean slams it home.
Yeah, Michigan looking like they're going to have another strong recruiting class.
Williams, mid-range, no good. Puggleson, another rebound. Here comes Jay Blinko up to John. John back to Blinko. Blinko's a great ball handler for a big man. Check this out. Check out these handles against the Defensive Player of the Year.
Some of the best handles we've ever seen for a big man in college.
Absolutely, as Bean misses that three. It's a wide open three opportunity. Here comes Williams. Williams back out to Allen. Allen, a big shooting guard. Allen for three. That's good. Buries it.
Miscommunication there. They looked like they wanted to switch on the protection there, and you just gave him space.
That's right, Sika. That's right. We'll leave it at that. Let's just say your boy came through. Kelly, crossover. Over to John.
Roller
John
pass.
for three. No good. Damiano with the board. Here comes Hershey. Hershey down low. Trey right. That layup's good. Georgia off to a hot start. Currently have a lead of 17-11 over Michigan. Single elimination. Everything's on the line for both these two teams tonight. Here comes John. Turn, fade, Banks, no good. Hershey Allen, weak performance so far tonight by Jeffrey John. Allen to Kashawn for three, that's good. The lead is now 9. Let's see what Bean can do. Fadeaway three. Almost got it to go. Vic Kelly.
Not in
puts it up.
time.
Not in time, and it didn't go anyways. That was a quick first quarter. I felt like that was some very exciting basketball. I lost track of time, honestly. I can't believe the first quarter's over as Georgia
high
currently
octane.
leads 20-11. Bean, let's give the viewers right now a little taste of the Bean Shep podcast. I want you to talk about what Michigan has to do to win this game, and don't cut us short. Make sure to take some time with it.
All right. Well, Michigan, what they need to do to win is Bean Shep just has to score because yes, Jeffrey John can score, and basically everyone on the team can score. It's just Bean Shep is the primary scorer of the team because everyone else is basically like either a facilitator or like really good at defense. Bean Shep is not good at defense. He is just not good. So he's just all offense. So I think if Bean Shep can get hot, I think we have a good chance to win.
Content like that you're only going to get from the Bean Shep podcast, guys. Check it out on YouTube. It'll get better. The cat noises will get quieter. They won't hurt your ears next time, I promise.
Unless you want them to, give us feedback.
The next episode of the Bean Shep podcast is going to involve Bean Shep reading fan mail. He promised us that he could read during the last episode. Now we're going to put it to the test.
I did.
We're going to
I
find
also
out.
said I was a great tracker.
Nope, not a great tracker. You're an average tracker.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
You don't want to set your expectations too high.
All right. Let's talk about some SBF again, guys. Is Bean Shep's stock? Is it just me, or is his stock rising with this game? Because wow, he's scoring.
I feel like we've seen a little bit of this from Michigan going through the last.
Defense, baby!
What are you?
I mean, he scored, but he scored, but
He
we've seen
scored,
this
got
little
a
bit
rebound.
No,
Like
from this Michigan team
no,
where
missed,
Blinko
got a rebound.
and Jeffrey John have been facilitating more, and Bean Shep's actually been able to try to find his shots rather than dribbling and finding his shot. He's been a lot more catch and shoot, and that has been increasing his efficiency. You've seen him climb up the stat board in scoring towards the end of the season because of it. I definitely think that is a green arrow next to Bean Shep.
Yeah, I mean, especially because the SBF, every team makes the playoffs for the most part, so you want somebody that's going to perform in clutch minutes, and I mean, Bean Shep's doing it so far.
And with the tournament, you got everybody's eyes on it, so it can kind of slant. in the direction maybe a little further than it should, depending on if you're good or bad.
What a good block by Puggleson.
Where you want to look at the whole season as a sample size, but it's hard to ignore when you shoot this well in such a big game.
As Bean tries another layup, can't get that to fall. All right, I'm going to ask it. We got some questions going on through chat. Is everyone's screen frozen on Twitch? Do I need to reset it, or is it just Blaze?
Mine works fine.
If you would mind, could you message that so Blaze knows it might just be his connection? Chief, is your stream working okay, or is yours cutting in and out as well? Good layup there by Keshawn Williams. Okay, good. Hopefully Blaze can figure out his stream. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't on our end. Keshawn Williams, remember, he said that he wants to stay in college, so he will not be hitting the draft. But doesn't hurt to look at him now because he might be a top pick next year, as John misses the three and Puggleson able to grab the board in the putback. If Puggleson decided to enter the draft, would he be a top pick? Would he be one of the top centers? I mean, I think it's pretty clear Steve Carter is the top center in the draft. Where would Puggleson be?
I think it would depend on whoever drafts with center need. Somebody who just needs a big guy who's going to rebound and occasionally put him back up. If you find somebody who just needs something like that, I could see them taking that over best available.
It's Damiano with a layup. That's good. Bean, another made three on that last possession. Like I said before, Bean is looking good.
Oh, he definitely is, but it would be hard to see his value put as just being a center, putting him in the top 10.
I agree with that. I mean, because that is all Puggleson can do, is be a center, but sometimes you need that. I mean, the Assassins could use that in their playoff series right now, as John is able to lay it up over the defender. Trey Wright.
Sean Williams coming back. I mean, if his performance tonight has been any indicator so far of what he'll do next year, it's hard not to put Georgia as the early favorites for next season, even not knowing the recruiting class.
I mean, so far, next season, Georgia, they have Trey Wright, they have Keshawn Williams returning, and then two more Self boys were created last night. They announced that they are also going to be going to Georgia, so they got four for next season. As Bean with the roll, able to get the layup to go.
And potentially still another spot for another player. This team already looks stacked with their next recruiting class.
I mean, Sika has a good point. If you want to be the #1 pick, you've got to be able to carry a team, and Jay Blanco is not doing that tonight. But on a side note, you can't argue that Jay does what Jay does at like peak level, absolute phenomenal level. And Jay's getting rebounds, he's assisting, he's playing good defense. So it's hard to build a team from the ground up with that, though. You really need somebody that can take over a game.
And we've seen in the past, with pretty much on any level of basketball that you watch, the college players doing great in the tournament don't always pan out being in the end, being pros. A lot of the times the pros don't do well in the first or second round of the tournament.
Right. Damiano with the rebound, lay in with the left hand. That's a good way to end the half. Michigan will get a chance here. Bean doesn't put it up in time. Going into halftime right now, Georgia has a 12-point lead. You guys don't ask for it. You guys probably don't even want it, but we're going to give it to you anyway. It's your Charm City Talons halftime show. Give it to them.
All right. Back by popular demand of like one person in the chat one time saying that it was kind of enjoyable. That's all I needed. I'm back. It's the Charm City GM. And I'm here to tell you that the Talons may have been eliminated, but we didn't play that bad. We looked pretty decent. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even expecting that much. I lied to you when I said I thought we were good. I've been lying the whole time. It was a sham. You've been had. You were all suckered in. But now I actually believe it too. So we are going to try to rebuild this core. We're going to try to build around Ulf Sundin. And everybody else, well, we'd like to keep him around, but he's the guy. He's the shooter with no conscience. He is the one that is going to lead us to the brighter future. And he is going to be the face of the Talons going forward. Mark my words, unless I trade him.
All right.
Back to you guys.
Right. Yeah, thanks for the show, but I had to cut the show short because Sika's right.
Finished.
Did you see? Yeah, I just had to cut it short. I'm sorry. Sika's right,
finished.
though. No, yeah, I didn't mean to cut it short, but I had to. Did you see Hershey Allen's stats? You're on a team where you have Sean Self, Damiana Self, Kashawn Williams, and Trey Wright. Yet you have 15, 7, and 3 at half, leading your team to a pretty dominant win so far. I mean, I don't know if Hershey could be playing much better to try to raise his draft stock. Yeah, you have 19, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
I have 0.
Yeah, we already said Bean Shep's draft stock is rising as a shooter.
No!
But Chief and Hershey, they're looking for that number 1 pick. And, I mean, he's making a strong case for it so far.
Bean Shep was not.
Bean Shep was not ready for that.
Bean Shep was... I think his mustache got away.
I think that's another thing people have to remember.
Bean is being smothered in the corner and calling for the ball. He's calling for, like, the double skip pass.
He wants the ball, dude.
As Hershey again,
is on the roll,
you know, I didn't even think about this. Maybe some of Hershey's credit should be taken away considering he's being guarded by Bean.
That's true. Bean is a atrocious defender.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I cannot wait to see Florida take on Georgia. That game is going to be fire.
Their games throughout the season have been hot. And they have been high octane, and I expect no less.
Can we just
unless Michigan can have... What are you talking about? Bean Shep is... Oh, well...
Hey, Bean Shep can get hot.
He could erase a lead.
Yeah.
He won't, but he could.
He won't. Yeah, he could.
Hershey over to Kashawn. 3, that's good!
Yeah, I don't know about that, actually.
Yeah.
Hershey.
I think we should
just
That's not...
We'll just skip this game?
Stat sheet stuffing. This is your last chance to see Bean in a Michigan Union. You want to just skip it? Jeffrey John alley-oop to Blinko.
I mean, we could be this could be the first race to 100 for a college tournament game.
That is true.
I mean, these are shortened games. If they could score 100, that would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, this Bulldogs team is insane. They're my favorite to win it all. Jay, mid-range, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back strong.
Give it back to Chet.
I mean, and that's another thing that I think we have to talk about. Is it possible to dominate a basketball game at the power forward position like you can a guard position? I mean, yeah, it's possible, but it's just so much harder.
I mean...
That's it, dude. He's automatic.
I mean, if there's anyone who can, I feel like it would be a ball handler, facilitator.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, obviously you got the Giannis's, and then you got, like, the Kevin Durant's who play power forward a lot, but I mean, like, a true power forward that specializes in rebounding, defense, all the things Jay Blinko does. It's hard to dominate a game like that. If you're the Gotham City Lynx and you have the number 1 pick, you're staring Hershey Allen, Josh Allen, and Jay Blinko in the eye. Who do you go with?
And Bean Shep.
And Bean Shep. We'll include Bean Shep. Who do you go with?
I will. Bean Shep.
Okay, well, there's your answer. Lion, who would you go
I
with?
can, I mean, your reasons.
If you asked me this halfway through the year, I would think that you were crazy for including Hershey Allen with those two. I would say he's in that next tier. But man, becoming so strong on defense at the end of the year, getting that Defensive Player of the Year award, taking over in this first half of this game, just being incredibly productive. It's hard not to see like that upward arrow. like he's getting better as the season goes along.
Yeah, absolutely getting better. There's Bean Chef with another shot.
And I mean, a guy getting better who was already one of the top guys.
Bean Chef with a great defense on that play. Sika's right. Draymond's a good comparison for Jay. I actually really like that comparison by Jay.
And that's kind of what I mean by having more of a facilitator, because like you could have like a good scorer, really good big body down low, like who gets rebounds, like a Kevin Love or something. Like he was very dominant, got all the boards, he could put up 20+ points a game, but like that just wasn't enough for a successful team.
Considering Kashawn is dominating this game and returning to Georgia next year, what kind of role do you expect him to have next year for Georgia? Do you think he's the superstar?
I think he'd have to be.
Huggleson back to John, drains the three. Best three shooter in Michigan.
Fault. He may be more efficient, but
Damiana for three, showing his range. No good. There's Sean fighting for it. Lays it up. Puggleson with another block. I mean, we've been talking a lot about Bean, Hershey, but can we forget Sean?
Can we talk about? No.
Look at Sean though. This game,
Sean's
he's leading his team in points all season. All right, he sees how hot Hershey is, and he has not hesitated to let Hershey lead this team. I personally think the best leaders don't necessarily carry the team, but know who to let carry the team.
I agree.
Sean Self can literally do it all. Assists, defense, shooting. As that step back gets him wide open.
I agree. I feel like just your takes. Sean Self is a monster, and he's just a great leader.
Yeah. A little weak
He
with
makes
the ball
everyone
handling,
better.
but I agree. Yeah, he raises up those around him as Hershey sinks it in Bean's eye. This game is getting ugly. 20-point lead for Georgia. Here comes the team leader, Bean Shep.
Don't do it.
At this point, Michigan might just be playing for tape.
Let's go, Bean. Come on, Bean. We need this. There it is.
Let's go fishing,
There
Bean.
it is.
Let's go fishing.
Almost airballed that one. He gets it again.
Fishing.
Another three. He got it. Bean.
Yes.
That is the most bean-step possession I have ever seen.
Bean for three. Misses. Rebound. Another three. It's good. Bean
Both
Shep
fading away.
ending the quarter on a high note. Let's ask the question: is there any chance Michigan comes back?
No.
No.
No. Okay. We're all in agreement. Michigan is out. Georgia moves on. They play Florida. Next on tap is either Ohio versus who?
It's going to be Ohio versus UCLA, and the Spartans take on the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Spartans and Gonzaga.
Where you wet? Where you wet?
Let's make early predictions.
I like that.
Bean Shep, who do you take? MSU, Gonzaga? Who do you take?
I'm taking MSU. I feel like MSU and their point guard are gonna do it. But
all right. Well, I'm gonna go Gonzaga. My feeling is Ricky Cross been fighting for MVP all season. I feel like he's gonna show out. I also think that Ray Cortez is gonna step up. Ray Cortez already announced that he's coming back next season to Gonzaga because he doesn't feel like he left it all on the court. So he wants another chance at it, and I feel like come playoff time, I'm just going to see a different Ray Cortez.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and not necessarily just because of the performance out of Ricky Cross, even though he's been phenomenal at the end of the season. And Ray Cortez, I definitely think is going to come to play. But just because I've seen the matchup between Victor Lim and Ray Cortez, and Ray Cortez always does so well. Victor Lynn, unless they can get hot for those threes, it is really tough.
As Jay Blinko drives to the basket, gets the easy layup.
I think it's going to come down to their matchup.
And then you got Ohio
stepping up.
taking on UCLA. I think that's an easy UCLA win.
Yeah, it's hard to say anything but UCLA there. Ohio's been a little bit understaffed all season. You have
for three!
You got your backcourt duo of 3 shooters, and that's about it.
Yeah. Isn't that literally it? There's nobody else on the team?
Yes.
Yeah. Another underrated piece to Gonzaga, Jack Morgan. If I had to pick one team that I thought could match up well against Georgia, honestly, I'm going to go with Gonzaga. Gonzaga with Jack Morgan, Ricky Cross, Ray Cortez. Who were their guards? Who was Gonzaga's guard, Lion?
Gonzaga's guard is
Ali Moon.
Ali Moon and Sean Butler is their AI guard.
Yeah, I mean Ali Moon and those dimes.
Yeah, Ali Moon has been one of the most fun players to watch. He literally just goes and hucks threes and does cool passes.
John for 3. Good looking shot release right there. I'd take him number 1.
Still didn't get my assist.
That's because you don't get any stat besides points. My guy's shooting chances
know.
probably went down when you passed it to me.
Probably. Okay.
Sika,
you're hurting my guy's
yes.
draft.
I think we're going to try to play most of the tournament tonight. I can't guarantee all of it, but I mean, these games are going by pretty dang fast. So we're probably going to go back to back to back to back. Don't worry, though, if you have to leave. We are also OBS studioing these games, so we'll post them to YouTube.
Yeah.
To the YouTube.
My goal is to at least get to the finals, not necessarily play the finals tonight.
Go big or go home, man.
And another matchup that you could look at for the Spartans and
take
Bulldogs.
that. That's assist. Let's get it, baby.
Another matchup you can look at is the AI player for MSU is Dylan Walton, and Jack Morgan's going to get an opportunity against the AI players. And Jack Morgan, I've noticed when he's not versing one of the more elite defenders, they've been going to him, letting him work with his post fades, turnarounds. He's got a jump shot, and he likes to use it when he gets the good matchups. MVP chance.
Yeah, Hershey Allen.
Raining down on Hershey Allen.
Yep, Hershey
Fans
Allen.
making their opinions clear. Well, that was never a debate.
So let's reflect on Michigan's season, because I mean it's over. Michigan had some ups and downs. I mean, clearly
They started out very, very poorly.
Yeah.
And they came on hot to end the season and try to give themselves a decent matchup going into this tournament.
Clearly Bean Shep was the problem. So maybe next year when Bean Shep's out of here, they have a better chance.
That could be.
That is true.
And the playbook opened up a little bit more for Michigan as Jeffrey John and Jay Blinko got better at passing throughout the season too.
Trey Wright missed deep 2. I think it was a good season. I don't think the squad represented Michigan well. I just think it was a lot of conflicting tendencies. You had double playmakers in Jeffrey John and Jay Blinko. You had big man rebounder in Puggleson. Kelly was an AI, so it didn't really do much. And then you had your one hyper scorer in Bean Shep. But unfortunately, because of Bean Shep's size, you saw him struggle. When you're that small, you have to be a lights-out shooter. And Bean has just been too inconsistent this season with the shooting.
true. I'll try to fix that, and I cannot.
And being a defensive liability in college at the guard position is going to get you killed in the tournament, too.
I mean, and as much crap as I want to talk,
That is true.
you got to remember, too, Jeffrey John is supposed to be a shooter. He's not a main, like, he's not supposed to be shooting as a number one option. It's passing, defense, then shooting. And his shooting has been poor this season as well.
Yeah, very, very inconsistent. There are some games where he's lights out, he's making fadeaways, and there's some games where he's just bricking wide open shots.
Yeah. Here come the AI backups.
But next season, I think Michigan's looking up. I think
So
we're
far.
gonna get some good players in there, and I think we'll be okay.
So far, I agree. McCall, Puggleson, the two Wolverines so far.
Yes.
Why'd you have to think about that? I mean, there's no debate.
Nope. We'll have to talk off camera.
Okay. Why is Bean coming back?
Well, to be continued.
It's too late. You already declared.
To be continued.
That's not to be continued. He's been announced.
To be continued.
Bean is not coming back.
To be continued.
It's continuing now. Bean is gone.
No.
You're not ruining Michigan for
No.
2 seasons.
No. To be continued.
For the sake of Michigan
Yo,
basketball fans, you are declaring.
Alright, guys.
No, to be continued.
Thanks for checking out the stream. We're going to go ahead, close this one out, and get the next one set up for you. As Georgia advances
Don't you
past
worry.
Michigan
Kids leave 'em.
into the semifinals.